right?
Hey, John, how long did it take you to know that, okay, yeah, I want to marry this girl? I don't know if that's been asked yet.
I think it was probably year 2. So we got into this stage where I knew she kind of changed the game on me, but then she became my best friend, which was weird. And I never had that before. I never had that before. I always had like, oh, that's my girl, but these are my dogs, a previous relationship, all my previous relationships, they were never like my best friend. They were just, like my girl. And so, man, like when Alyssa became my best friend, I was like, dang, I don't even need to be out with the boys right now. I was like, yeah, I don't even need. I was like, I'm kind of good on going out.
She the homie too.
Yeah. And it was weird. And I was the first one of my boys to get like that too. So I was like, it was weird because like my boys were like, damn, it's like how's that possible? And now they all got, girls. It's like, well, that's my best friend. It's like, I don't need you. But to answer your question, Quaz, I started to like really consider that Alyssa was gonna be my wife probably about year 2. Because one thing about her, man, is that she challenges me. She challenges me to get better, right? Like I'll hit a milestone, and then it's like, dang, here's the next level of improvement, And so I got to this point where I felt like I was being a good boyfriend, like I felt like I'm checking all the boxes here, but I'm missing something, and I think like I started to try to figure out how I could treat her better, as a partner. And it's gonna sound so weird, like when I say it, but I started to look at her as if like, what if she was my daughter? Like what would I want for her if she was my daughter? Like how would I want her to be treated? Like, you talk about like the, like love languages and everything. And I guess this is like daddy mentality. But I was like, I started thinking like, then I started analyzing like her relationship to her father. But it was like I'm just like, how can I treat her better, like as a partner, as a girl, as a person, like how can I treat her better? And it's like, well, I would want to treat her like I would treat my daughter, because then I guess you start thinking about like family, and it's like, what kind of guy is your daughter gonna have? So when that kind of shifted in my mindset, I guess like I shifted into yeah, like I'm gonna marry this girl. I didn't like drop on the knee that day, but it was like that was the shifting mentality that led to saying like, yeah, it's gonna be wife.
Hey, so two things real quick, Josh. So one, the comment I made the other day that it don't take more than 2 years to figure out if you want to marry a girl. I was pretty right on that one. We were talking. We were talking about somebody else. But it's funny that you brought that up, Josh, because one of the pastors that I follow frequently, he wrote a book back in I think 2007 called "What He Must Be to Marry My Daughter," right? And he says that a lot of men end up buying that book and start judging themselves like, man, dang, I haven't even been this, and they try to start emulating those things, right, in their marriage, right, so that the daughters know, what to look for, right? So and it's funny that Edward, I saw your face. It's funny that my mind went there and your mind went somewhere else. But so.
You talking about on the 2-year thing?
No, I'm saying when Josh said that he started looking at Alyssa like his daughter, you made a face, and I was like, it was so dumb.
Bro, I didn't say anything.
But you made a face. You made a face. You made a
I didn't
face.
make no face. What are you talking about?
Go back when you added the pod. You gonna see.
I know what
Yeah.
you're talking about, but I want to say something. All right, so you know what I want to say when he said that, but I was like,
What is that?
so she calls you daddy?
Man.
I couldn't help. I'm sorry, bro. I can't help it. But